Hello everyone, and welcome to your first assignment in Going the Distance with Multimedia Productions. So your first assignment is going to be a review. And on Google Classroom, I've posted some review examples. And what I would like for you to do for this class period only is read the examples, watch my example, and find something to review, and then just film your review. That's your first class period assignment. Your second class period assignment is then going to be the editing portion of getting this done. So only thing you need to do today is find something to review and film it, and then in 2 days' time for our next class period, that is going to be your assignment for that class period. Just editing the video, and that should be 2 class periods total for research and filming, and a second class period for editing, and then that's your project. So I said that this is going to be a review. The example that I'm about to show you is a food review, but you're not limited to a food review. You can review anything you like. You can review food, a book, a movie, a TV show, a video game, a sport, your little sister's attitude, anything you want. All I'm really asking you to do is film what you're talking about and give positives and negatives, and then give it a final score. And even your grading can be up to you. In my video, I gave a score out of 5. You can give a score out of 3. You can give a score out of 10, 100, a million. This is completely up to you. Some film reviewers just give thumbs up or thumbs down even. So you can decide what kind of thing you want to review, how you want to review it, and how your score goes. What I'm more interested in is how you're able to just use basic equipment to make a review video. That's what I'm looking for. So let's take a look at what I did using my cell phone. So today I'm going to review the Elmer's Heavenly Hash Egg Strawberry flavor. So these in general are my favorite Easter candy. I love the dark chocolate and I love the milk chocolate versions of this, and I found the strawberry flavor. So I thought I'd give that a review. So it looks like a normal Heavenly Hash egg. These have some almonds in them, so they have a nice combination of soft marshmallow and crunchy almonds. So, you know, there is a bit of a strawberry smell to this, even through the chocolate. I've got a bit of almond in too. So when you take a look at this, it's got this really nice fluffy marshmallow in the middle. I love Easter marshmallow eggs, but this has a really it's almost creamy, almost like a creamy texture. It's very sweet. It's very, very sweet, which is something I'm not really that into, but the texture of the marshmallow is wonderful. And for a strawberry flavor, this is actually not that strong. In fact, a very light flavor. So sometimes when I eat strawberry flavored candies, it has that like artificial strawberry flavor, you know what I mean? And it can be a little bit too much. But this is great. This is just a really light touch of a flavor on it. Although, you know, there's also a bit of a grittiness to it too that I'm noticing. Normally it's like very smooth and creamy. Let's have a sugary grit. I'm not sure if it's because it's old and the sugar's crystallized, or they use a different kind of sugar with the strawberry. I don't know. Also, there was only 1 almond in this. So, review. I would say that this is the 3rd best of the 3 that you can guess. It definitely doesn't come close to the dark chocolate, because dark chocolate is always going to win with me. And the milk chocolate is just like a gold standard. This one, I'm not sure this needs to be strawberry flavored. And there's only one almond in here. I love the marshmallow, but it had a bit of grain to it. I give this a 3 out of 5 out of candy. 3 out of 5. It's good, but it's not great. If you ever see the Elmer's eggs, if you got maybe not this one, but the dark chocolate and the milk, absolutely. So as you saw, that was a pretty basic example of what I'm looking for. I'm not asking you to do anything nearly as complicated as we did in class using MacBooks and Final Cut Pro. So that's the video that I made on my cell phone. So how did I get there? So I recorded the screen on my phone and I did a walkthrough of the editing process, very much like I used to do with Final Cut Pro. So if you have an iPhone, this doesn't really apply to you because I don't have an iPhone. I didn't record how to use iPhone stuff. But if you have an iPhone, you can use iMovie, and iMovie is probably one of the better video editing apps you can get on a phone. So if you have an iPhone, you're good to go. If you have an Android, I decided to use an app called, what is that called? Action Director, I believe it was. Anyway, let's take a look at my screen recording so you can see how I made the video. So I know that there are a lot of Android apps you can use to edit videos. This just happens to be the one that I picked up. So if you are struggling to edit videos on your phone and you have an Android, then you can go along with me. And of course, also, as you can see on the screen over here, this app does give you tutorials. So I'm still going to give you a tutorial, just a very basic one. But otherwise, as you go through this app, you'll see that it does give you plenty of opportunities to learn what you're trying to do. So let's start on a project. So I'm going to click on Edit. Let me move my face out the way. And I'm going to call this Review Final. And I'm going to have this video be 16:9. And I'm going to edit this video that I recorded yesterday, and I'll click on the check button. Now, of course, if you have multiple takes, I just did this in one take, but if you have multiple takes, or if you have images or multiple parts of a video, like different sections of a video that you recorded, that's great. So you can just keep on adding these here. I just have one long take that I'm going to edit down a little bit. So I'll just click the check button here, and here we go. So the first thing that you want to do when you are editing on your phone is just get all the edits out the way. In Final Cut Pro, what we're used to, you can add all your images and other stuff on top of your video, and then as you edit it, it kind of syncs up. But in this case, it doesn't really. So your first step here needs to be that you edit your footage down to what you want, and then if you want to add any visual flair to it, you add the visual flair on at the end. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start with editing. And I can watch this tutorial, but I'm going to skip that. So the first thing I want to do is just trim up the beginning of my video, because there's a little moment here, as you can see, before I actually start speaking. Something I have a hard time with when working with phones is when I release my finger, it kind of moves what I was touching, like we see over here. So I just have to watch my lips and try to figure out, okay, I think that's the beginning. Put it at 8 seconds. So today I'm going to review the Elmer's Heavenly Hash Egg Strawberry flavor. Now I know when I was recording this, I kind of flubbed the line. Let me see where I flubbed the line. It was near the beginning here, when I was talking about what I like. My favorite Easter candy. I love the... Okay, that's it. So let me put a mark over here, and now you'll see what I've done is I now have two clips. So I basically used a blade and I cut my clip. So this beginning part here is just the part that I want, and then this part over here starts with the flub I want to cut out. So let's continue. Well, let's go back into editing. And dark chocolate, yeah. I love the dark chocolate. And let me go back a bit. Alright, so now I cut my flub off, so if I start here. I love the dark chocolate and I love the milk chocolate. So now what I can do, this little bit over here is the flub line. I think dark chocolate, yeah. I love the dark. So you can see at the bottom of the screen here, the timeline it highlights the clips that you are working on. So I don't want that little flub line, so I'm going to delete that. And now when I watch my video, it will smoothly transition between those two clips. Now once I get to my second clip, I also found that it took me a while to open the video. Not the video. It took me a while to open the actual candy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cut here. So now this next video starts with me opening the candy. As you can see, it's taking me a while. Okay, and I'll cut that. So now this middle, so we're looking at my timeline. I'm starting to get a couple of clips going. So we have my introduction, and then I had the cut to after I flubbed my line, and then this section that I have highlighted now is me opening the candy, and then the last part is me talking about the candy. So these are really the only cuts I'm going to make in this video. So now that I have cut to this part, I also want to speed it up because no one wants to sit there watching me open a candy for as long as it took me to open it. So now I just sped it up and it goes really nice and quick like that. Okay. Let me move my face out the way here, click the check mark, and so now if I go back and we watch this. I love the dark chocolate and I love the milk chocolate versions of this, and I found the strawberry flavor. So I thought I'd give that a review. Alright. So now from here, what I want to do is just add some visual flair. And there are two ways you can add visual flair. You can either go over to the titles and add text, or you can add some stickers. And if you go into the get more area here, you can download some stickers or you can buy some stickers. I don't recommend that you buy any stickers. If you'd like to add anything, then just simply get one of these free ones. I already downloaded a couple of them, and those are the ones that I want to use. So now I'm going to watch through this video. I'm going to cut some of this out because you don't want to watch me watching my own video, but I will skip to the parts where I'm adding things in. So I want to add a light bulb here because I want to highlight the things that I'm thinking about with a light bulb. So I'll pull my playhead over to where I will start talking about it, and then I add the plus sign, and then I can move this around to where I want it to be. I want it to be next to my head, as thoughts tend to be. I suppose thoughts are really in my head, but anyway. Soft marshmallow and crunchy almonds. So. Okay, I'm about to make another point here. So here, what I would like to do, I'm going to press the check mark. Instead of using a sticker, what I want to do is add a title in here. And I would like to add some strawberries. So what I need to do is find the point where I talk about strawberries. This is kind of the tricky thing too. It's not as easy to mark things and get things exactly where you want to be when you are using your phone. So I'm going to add some strawberries. So it's not just text you can add. You can also add these emojis into your video as well. So here I've got my strawberries. A bit of a strawberry smell to this. Okay, so I want to get this lined up with what I'm talking about, so I'll move this over. And I'm going to go back to my stickers because I know I'm going to add some stickers here. So I'm going to add my little light bulb thing. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. I've got a bit of almond there too. I don't know if I get the timing right on that. So I'm going to let me move this over, shorten it, and try it again. I've got a bit of almond there too. Yeah, see, this is really tricky to try to get this lined up exactly with what you're looking at. I've got a bit of almond there we go. Too. I just realized I left something out here. Soft marshmallow and crunchy almonds. So. Okay, so that's where I wanted to add the very sweet. So I'm going to add another sticker here. I'm going to put it over on the corner like that. And let's watch this to make sure it works. Very, very sweet. Okay, so I need to pull my playhead a little bit over here, shorten this a bit, and let's watch it again. Very sweet. There we go. It's very, very sweet, which is something I'm not really that into. But alright, so I'm done with stickers. So now I want to go back to my title, because at the end I did say that I gave it a rating, and so I would like to put my rating on the video. It's a 3 out of 5 out of candy. 3 out of 5. Okay, so instead of having Cyberlink here, I want to have some kind of icon to show my 3. And I'm going to use flames. So I said I have it a 3 out of 5. So I'm going to put my 3 flames over here to show my score out of 5. So let's watch this over again. See how this plays out. I give this a 3 out of 5 out of candy. 3 out of 5. It's good, but it's not great. Okay. Absolutely. So now we just have a couple of last steps. So I've added some stickers. I've added some text. Now I need to add some music. So I'll go over to my audio, and I'm going to have it fade in and out. And I'm going to add some background music. And unfortunately, a lot of this stuff is behind a paywall. There are a couple of free options. So just get whatever you think would work the best for you, and then just roll with it. So I've already downloaded a sound. So I'm going to use Funk Source over here. And I found it's better to have your background music pretty low, so that your voice is really the most important thing in this video. But the background music is just there to like add some flair. So I got my background music, I set it down to 10% and my voice to 100%. And then I also want to add at the end here a fade out. So I'll go into my, if you see I'm clicking at the bottom here on my transitions, and I'm going to scroll around until I find a fade blackout. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. So then if we watch the end of this video, and the milk, absolutely. There we go. So it fades out when I'm turning off the camera. And so basically I have recorded a video, I've edited the video, I added stickers, and I don't really add text, but actually no, there's one more piece of text I want to add. Okay, so I'm going to shorten that up a little bit, and I'm going to just put a note here. Over. Let me open this up again. If you click on the T, you can change the text a little bit. I'm going to put it center aligned and in the middle, bold. It took me a while to open the candy. Click the check mark. Click the check mark. Okay, so now that's it. I have my text in, I have my stickers in, I have my edits, I have my background music. The only thing that's left is this little watermark on the video. I don't want watermarks in my video. So if you try to X this out, it's going to ask you to remove the watermark with subscribing or something like that. And I don't want to do that. But what you can do is watch an ad. So I'm going to watch an ad quickly. All right, so I watched an ad and it took the watermark off me. So I didn't have to pay a couple of dollars for this app to get the junk off. So now I'm going to produce my video. I'm going to make it HD. I'm going to change my settings to film and better quality. And I'm going to start. Okay, it is done and it says share. So let's click on share. And what I want to do is I want to share this to my Drive, because if you're going to turn something into Google Classroom, you need to have it on your Drive. So we're going to save it to Drive. So I'm going to save it to this folder, and let's move my face out the way. I'm going to change this to multimedia review.mp4. So it's going to go into my Google Drive, and I click save. And that's where it's going to go. Okay, so my video is now uploaded into Google Drive. So I just need to switch to Google Classroom. So this is my lesson plans folder for teachers. I just wanted to find a place where I can add something so I can show you how to turn this in. So again, this is all from your phone. You just go into Google Classroom, you go to the assignment page for this assignment, you click Add Attachments from your Drive, and then you can go to Recent, and there you go. So the most recent thing you uploaded was the multimedia review file. You click Select, and then your video uploads to Google Classroom, and then you simply turn it in. I'm not going to turn this in because then Ms. Kavanaugh is going to wonder why I'm sending her a video of me eating candy. But otherwise, that's it, everyone. You can do all this video filming, editing, publishing, and uploading to Google Classroom right from your device in your hand. So there shouldn't be any problems in getting your assignments done for the remainder of the school year. That was the first time I recorded a video of me doing something on my phone, so I hope it wasn't too difficult to watch, and I hope you were able to follow along. I have office hours this week at the end of the week. So again, remember, I posted a video and a Google slide talking about how to get into Teams and when my office hours are. So please make sure that you watch that video and you come to my office hours, because if you have any struggles with what I'm asking you to do on your phones or using your computers, then that would be a good time for you to talk to me and we can figure out how to deal with these things. I think in my next video, what I'm going to do is download DaVinci Resolve 16, and I will make my next video on that, and I'll show you how to use that as well. I just wanted to start with the cell phone because, as far as I understand, all of you have cell phones. Anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Easter candy, and I look forward to watching your reviews of whatever it is that you want to review.